It is a very, very high stress job. Many people think wedding planner, they immediately think of J-Lo and the wedding planner, or Frank from Father of the Bride. They think it's a very, very glamorous job, that we're out at parties and such, but they don't see the behind the scenes where we are running around for 15 hours in one day. Our goal is to treat each wedding individually and personalize. Our goal is to always personalize each wedding to that couple, so that in the end, guests can say, oh my goodness, that was so X and Y. That was so them. My name is Claudia G de Velasco. I am the owner and event producer for A Day to Remember here in Houston, Texas. Starting a business and being Hispanic and a female, I can definitely say it was a challenge, mainly because when I started the business, which has been about 22 years, just as a business owner in itself is already a challenge. As a Mexican, even more of a challenge, and more so as a woman. But being that I grew up in an entrepreneurial family, it made it that much more natural for me. My dad was very, very supportive of it. I actually had a business when I was in college. It's completely different from what I'm doing now. My dad, I'm not gonna lie, he was a little upset, but I think he was more upset because I was still in college, but more importantly, because I didn't include him in that. Because in my head, I was trying to surprise him, saying, hey, I can do this on my own. Going to U of H was definitely an experience, but I think what led me into the broadcasting field, which back then was radio and television, was the fact that I wanted to be a newscaster. That was my goal. I wanted to be the next Connie Chung. That's where I really got my first taste into the whole producing something under pressure, last minute situations, deadlines, things of that nature. And I just loved it. I thrived in it. I was the editor my senior year. And so at that point, I'm like, well, I don't want to just be in publishing. Let's go big. My dad always said, I don't care what you are, just be the best at it. And so just life kind of evolved. I did do internships and I worked for radio stations in Houston. I did an internship with CBS. And of course, then life kind of took me into a different arena. And before I knew it, I'm producing events now. So I'm still under pressure, under deadlines, but it's creating events for people. Weddings is our biggest thing, but we do a lot of quinceañeras. We've done baby showers. We've done milestone birthdays. It doesn't matter the event. To me, I chose social over corporate, mainly because of the emotions. I mean, it's very rewarding when I see how happy they are because we created something for them that they will be able to look back on. Houston is such a diverse city, which is one of the reasons why I love it. I don't like to focus on one style of weddings. It's such an important event, and we put all our love, passion, and care into it. If I have to say what's my niche is doing different cultural weddings, even same-sex weddings. Whatever the case, we love to do them all because we love that diversity. We love what each wedding brings into our mix. Doing quinceañeras is always a fun event for me, just mainly because it definitely hones in on our culture. Quinceañeras, for those who may not be familiar with, it's the coming of age for young women. So we want to keep it very, very timeless for them as well. When I started the business, we didn't have the privileges that are there now. We didn't have social media. We didn't have even industry organizations that help mentor. The younger generation needs to really put in the work. This is not a glamorous job. It's a hospitality industry, which means you're serving for others. So you have to have that passion and that desire to serve others. So interning is probably the best way to get your foot in the door and truly see if that is your calling, if that is your passion. And if so, you will succeed. I guarantee that.